D-Roy Cruz here, your Life Applications Officer. Status Quo here, making a bunch of these. This would be part 5 or 6, probably part 5. Just talking, freestyle talking about what's going on in our nation, and trying to get you to see the bigger picture. Because we all get up every day and we just go about our lives as if we were in control of our lives, when we're not. We're not really in control. The price of your dollar can change overnight. Okay? Or should I say the value of your dollar can change overnight. You can turn on and you can't do nothing about it. You can turn on your faucet and the water is brown and you can't do anything about it, okay? Your neighbors are, acting crazy and that, and, the cops will probably get tired of coming out there and start, acting like they forgot, I mean, you're not in control of your life, okay? But what I want to say real quickly, because this was a quick one, I want to ask the question, who is the most dangerous and pitiful person of all? A lot of people that are watching my channel are asleep. They're not really awoke and seeing things the way they really are. And they try to be in denial about what they see. They don't ask the question as why these things are. I mean, even simple things like, tattoos, piercings. I did a video on that. I think the one before this, I did a video on that. Tattoos and piercings, why? Why? Why do you hate your skin so much that you think it's no more value than the price of paper that you can just draw on it? And then you put permanent drawings on it that can't come off. It's one thing to be dressing up for Halloween or going out and it's dress up day or it's graffiti day or whatever, but to put a permanent tattoo on your body, okay, that's not going to heal or it's not going to go away. If you break up with that person, okay, a couple years from now, that tattoo's not coming off. Okay, I got a relative that got her ex-boyfriend written across her chest. Her new husband got to lay down with that every day. Her ex-boyfriend's name going across her chest, okay? You know what I'm saying? He got to lay down with that every day. Okay? I'm getting off the subject. And then you put piercings on yourself, and some of these piercings don't heal. If you decide to stop wearing earrings, the type of piercing that you have, or, what I'm saying, if, like, depending on the size of the piercing, okay, if you stop wearing earrings or whatever, nose rings or whatever, that'll heal in time and just close. It'll just heal in time and close itself. But when you got that big of a hole in your head, in your face somewhere like that, that ain't gonna heal. And if it does heal, it might not heal correctly. And then when you don't have that earring in your ear or whatever, then that you run danger of that getting punctured or whatever. And it's now the only way you can look normal is if to have those piercings on your ears or your face or whatever, because when you take them out, you look worse than what you did with them in. It's just, I'm just giving you something to think about here. I'm not trying to hate on people that wear these things. I'm just giving you something to think about as far as the state of our nation, as far as the state of the world, and how we how we do things without, having any law. We just feel like, we do it because we can. We get tattoos and piercings on ourselves because there's somebody to put the piercing in your ear, or there's somebody to do the tattoo on you. And then, you a young lady, you getting tattoos and piercings in certain parts of your body, so you go and you have some pervert put this stuff on you while your man is at work. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. Some people, what makes you think that a tattoo artist has the same mindset as a doctor? You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad enough that a doctor gets to go around playing with women's twats and seeing them naked and all these different things. But yet, we're going to throw the tattoo artists in there too. You know what I'm saying? You got people spending that much time between your legs to put a tattoo there, or, playing with your belly button all that time to put, you know what I'm saying? It's just the most unmodest thing. I'm just getting you to think. Meanwhile, we have these wonderful relationships where, you know what I'm saying, you got to go places where you can't take your boyfriend or you can't take your husband. Okay? You got to go places where you can't take your wife because you don't want her to get jealous. You don't want her to get upset, but because, you're going to have another woman touching you like that and spending two hours doing it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It just, okay, but now let me get to it. What is the most dangerous person in your midst? I might do a part 2 of this. I don't have to. Hold on. I don't have to. So I don't have to talk about the same thing in the same video. I'm not going to read it. I was going to read it. I don't think I'm going to read it because, a lot of you people don't understand where the Bible fits in, and it fits in perfectly. But anyway, going back to the Nephilim, I'll summarize. Going back to the Nephilim in the let me get to it. What is it, the 8th or the 9th? No, it was before that. 6. Here it goes. Now it came to pass, Genesis chapter 6. It came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them. It came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them. So just the way it says it in the beginning of the chapter. And daughters were born to them. Okay? That the sons of God, now, those of you that are Bible literate, you know that the sons of God are angels. They're angels who took on human form, and so that they could do so that they could be more visible to the human race and emerge itself in the human race and do their biddings and become kings and so forth like that. Okay? That the sons of God, angels, saw the daughters of men. They saw the daughters of men. They put themselves in a human body. They took on, they did shape-shifting. Okay? Not to get all sci-fi with it, but that's what happened. They saw the daughters of men, that they were beautiful. So now you're in a human body. Now angels naturally don't have male organs or female organs. And angels are not she's, they're always he. Forget that crap you see in the movies. Angels are always he, he's. They are male forms. They're not males like human males, but they are in male form. Okay? There are no she's in the spirit world. No discrimination against women. Okay? But there are no females in the spirit world except you, women here on earth. When you get your glorified bodies, then you will finally be. But in the spirit world, demons and all that, they're all male forms. Demons, angels, seraphim, cherubim, and like that, none of them are female. They're all males. So I got news for you. Again, we are not equal. Men and women are not equal. There's more of us than there are of women. We have different, there's different species of us. Okay? All right? And women are like extinct compared to us if you add what's here on the earth and all of our capabilities with what's outside this planet and their capabilities. Because women they're not involved in other species. They're not involved in other lives. They're just here on earth with humans and animals. But when you step outside the human realm and you go into the more spiritual places, there's no females. Not according to this right here. There's no females. Just males. Okay? And these angels, who are fallen angels because they, this is after Satan had fell from heaven. For those of you that are Bible literate, but those of you that are illiterate, I have to explain this to you, okay? The sons of God saw the daughters of men, those are angels. They saw the daughters of men, that they were beautiful. Now you're in this human body, and the first thing you do is you're looking at women and getting a hard on, okay? That they were beautiful, and they took wives. They didn't ask. They took wives. Okay, for themselves, of all whom they chose. Okay, they didn't go out on a date and get to know this girl or nothing. They just took them. And the Lord said, my spirit will not strive, okay, will not strive with man forever. Okay? For he is indeed flesh, yet his day shall be 120 years. That's why most people, okay, for centuries now, as far as back as you can remember, hardly anybody lives past 120. Because he said his days will be 120 years. How many people do you know that live past 120? Okay? How many people do you know back in your great-great-grandmother's day lived past 120? Okay? I read the obituaries in the paper. Sometimes I see people in there that lived about 115 years. Like, wow! Okay? But they never really go past 120. If they did go past 120, they was a vegetable, okay, before they died. You know what I'm saying? Like, was they in a coma for a year or something? They trying to keep them alive when they dead or what's going on? But they didn't live past 120. Anyway, there were giants. Here we go. There were giants on the earth in those days. There's still giants today. There's still giants on the earth today. They're just not as big as those giants. Okay? There were giants on the earth in those days, and also afterwards when the sons of God came into the daughters. That means that they went in and slept with the daughters of men. Of men, see? Of men. In other words, you have men and then you have this other male form that's not a man. Okay? He's a male, but he's not a man. Okay? And they were and they bore children to them. These were the mighty men who were of old, men of renown. Then the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great, or as the King James says, exceedingly great on the earth, and that every intent of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And the Lord was sorry that he had made man on the earth, and he was grieved in his heart. So the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, creeping thing, and birds of the air, for I am sorry I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. I'll close there. So, this is before the flood. Okay? And this went down. Okay? So, who is the most dangerous man on the earth, as well as the most pitiful, the most pitiful, the most sorry man you ever want to meet? That is the man who lies and manipulates without conscience. He lies and manipulates to get what he wants. He uses unfairness to get what he wants. He will try to skip, whatever he wants. To get whatever he wants, he will try to skip the policy. He will try to skip the law. He will try to go around the law, go around the customs to get what he wants, because he doesn't care. He doesn't care about you. He just cares about what he can get out of you. A man who manipulates and lies without conscience. Okay? And then he's arrogant. He thinks that he's above you. Or he's been told that by somebody and it went to his head. And he thinks that because he looks a certain way, or he looks in a mirror and he sees more than what's really there, he thinks that you owe him homage for that. He thinks that he's a superstar and you owe him some kind of special attention for that there is no laws governing over him, that there is no authority over him, that he can do what he wants because, look at me. Look at me. I can get whatever I want. Somebody told me just this week. Well, he didn't tell me. He told somebody, he was talking about me to somebody, and he told this person that I have a problem with him being big and handsome. I have a problem with him being big and handsome. I'm sorry, I'm not big and handsome. But where I've come from, and this is why I'm glad I'm a Christian, because this is the way the world is becoming. My Bible tells me that though we all be like vapor, like dust. We were created from the dust. To dust we shall return. The Bible says we are nothing more than a worm. Bible says, what is man that God is mindful of him? Or should even consider him? He didn't say. What is little short guys like Deroy Cruz that God would be mindful of him? He said man, period. Us that walk around with these little peeny things hanging from us. And I'm not talking about one where you got some surgery and they put one on there for you. I'm talking about a real one. And your life is controlled by that thing that's dangling between your legs. You can't think straight because she walked up the street. You can't think straight. You know, she got on the bus and you lost your mind. Like, what was I thinking about? Like, goodness. You know what I'm saying? She bent down to pick something up. You start looking around like, oh, snap. Did nobody see me get a close-up of that? You start looking around. You know, I was walking behind somebody just yesterday. And she's walking too slow. And she just stopped right in front of me and dropped a penny or something. Went down to pick it up. And I didn't want to like, oh, whoa, you know. And all kinds of ideas went through my head. And somebody was coming up behind me and she just started laughing and made a right-hand turn because she didn't want to see me laughing. And I'm like, because I stopped and I was like this, like, okay. And so when I walked up, I like, I said, excuse me, miss. But then when she bent over, she took all day to get a penny. Like, come on, lady. I mean, you need to have your butt up in the air that long. You know, I'm human. You know, I'm human. You know what I mean? I didn't come down here like these guys. Okay? I didn't come down here like these guys from another world, from a spirit world. Okay? And get into the human body. Okay? I've been this way. I was born this way. Okay? I really don't have a choice. Now, this guy can leave that body dead somewhere and go back to his domain. I can't do that. Okay? So, who is the most dangerous man you want to be around? He's the manipulator and the liar. He lies without conscience. It doesn't matter that he's not telling the truth. He'll say whatever he needs to say to get to the other side. He'll say whatever he needs to say to shut you up. He'll say whatever he needs to say to make you think otherwise. But then when you break through his little web of deception, he's out to kill you. He wants to hurt you. He wants to beat you up because you cut through his web of deception. Because you are going to be honest where he refuses to be honest. You are going to be honest, and you call this man a liar, he's going to want to kill you because maybe he doesn't understand that he's a manipulator and a liar. Maybe he doesn't understand truth that's right in front of him. He only understands, he doesn't see, he talks. He talks things into existence, but he doesn't see what's already there. He talks up a story instead of dealing with the story that's already there. Let me say that again. He talks up stories every day, all day, instead of the story that is really going on in front of him. He thinks he's exempt from following the same path that the rest of us have to follow. Now, on that note, you got the most dangerous and you got all these people in between. From the most extremist dangerous person to some of us guys that try to be more humble about it. But we lie and we manipulate because we're afraid that if we don't lie and manipulate, on the flip end of that, if we don't lie and manipulate, we'll lose our job. If we don't lie and manipulate, we'll have to face the wrong people. If we don't lie and manipulate, we'll never get laid. Or if we don't lie and manipulate, we'll never get married. Or if we don't lie and manipulate, we you know what I'm saying, we'll have to keep apologizing to our children. If we don't lie and manipulate, then we're always going to be in this pickle. Pickle that we never ever got out of in the first place. Where did all your lying and manipulating get you out of this pickle? You're still breaking up with all these women and having all these babies. And all these women charging you child support. You still got all these women, telling you how sorry your dumb behind is. You still, every job you go to, you screw up and you end up getting fired. Okay? You're 2 seconds away from going to jail for your violent behavior. When do you get to that point to where you humble yourself? You got people right here on YouTube talking about Mr. Cruz. I ain't got to forgive anybody. Mr. Cruz, I don't have to like anybody. Let me tell you a little secret. These guys here can walk out of their body and leave it laying somewhere dead. And kick that body in the river they don't need anymore and go jump in yours. Okay? You ain't squat. You just another man with that thing dangling between your legs like I am. And as long as you're a man, the Bible says you ain't nothing but a worm compared to God and those things that are above this universe. You're nothing. Okay? You can go out there and kill and rape and kill and do whatever you want to do and manipulate and lie to people and bully people and do whatever you want to do. You're still nothing more than a man. Just ask a woman. How do you spend hours tearing that booty up? I mean hours. Bang, 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 bang. And that woman get up 5 minutes later and tell you, get out of my house. Pack your stuff and get out of my house. And no, you will never see these kids again. Wait a minute, baby, Bo, baby, oh baby, we love, but baby, you love me. No, I never loved you. But it was good. You told me I can get, you what, you think you're the only one that got a big, I can do better than you any day. We tell the men that there's more fish in the sea. But come on. We don't need booty like women don't need that thing dangling between your legs like you need that thing, that little opening in theirs. Okay? Women ain't going around craving penis. Okay? All day. Women don't see a man and then all of a sudden she can't do her job right because, man, he's so fine, he's so built. Look at that butt. Oh my God, he's such eye candy. Oh my God, I can't help myself. No, women don't do that. And a woman, a lot of times, will make fun of a guy before she be honest and say what his good points are. Okay? Women have written songs about how easy it is to get what you want from guys. And you know who the easiest guy to get something off of is? Is the most dangerous person in the world, is the most easiest guy to be manipulated by women. The only flip side of that is once he finds out he's been manipulated, he's going to kill her. It happens every day. But I've watched men walk off the job, okay, for a pretty face. and a nice set of legs. I've seen men lose their job over a pretty face and a nice set of legs. I've seen men end up getting shot over a beautiful face and a pretty set of legs. Okay? I've seen men kill a whole family over a pretty face and a hot set of legs. Going back to the videos that I did before this. Nobody does crime without sin. Sin was there first. The same sin that you normally do every day. You got a girlfriend, you met this girl, y'all supposedly fell in love, the sexual passion and romance between y'all was just inseparable. So y'all jumped into bed together, and then, after so many times of doing it, y'all enjoyed it, so y'all decided to move in together, and you're in love, and blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, on the flip side of that same coin, there's a guy killing his girlfriend. On the same side of that coin, there's a guy killing his wife, who he fornicated with before he married her. Okay? And you talk about virginity in this world today. It's almost like talking about Christianity. Or being a Christian, I should say. It's almost like talking about Jesus. You say the word virginity, people will go off on you. People will go off on you. If you talk about virginity. Nobody in our society today encourages, they say things like your kids automatically should know now, like, well, you better, why don't you just tell your daughter, come out and tell your daughter, hey, or your son. Your son, his is just as important as hers. Your daughter or your son, tell him, hey, I was hoping you'd stay a virgin until you got married. Or I was hoping you'd stay a virgin at least until you find the right guy. If you think the right guy needs to jump into bed with you and test it out before he marries you in the first place, okay? But why don't you just ask him? But we don't do that anymore. We say, oh yeah, well, you better not be doing this and that with no boy. Doing what, Dad? Doing what? Be specific. Be honest with them. Tell them that, hey, I'm old school. I was hoping you would stay a virgin until the right time to break the seal. Okay? I was hoping you stay a virgin until you seal the deal. But we feel like it's almost abusive to a child anymore in this society to tell children to be virgins, or and I remember when we was in school, there was, like, especially Christian school and stuff, there was called secondary virginity and all the stuff where we had to get back to the godly basics and accept the fact that sex has its place. And if sex doesn't have its place, voila, there you go. Look around you. Look at all these divorces. Look at all these remarriages and redivorces, and look at all these, look at all these relationships. Look at all these women getting killed for breaking up with these guys and all these things. Do you want your life to be like that? But whoever told you that it was proper to practice sex outside of marriage? Who told you that? No. I'll tell you who told you that. Who told you that is because either your mom did it and was a failure, or she didn't do that. She did do it the right way and still ended up a failure. Okay? Or your dad, vice versa. Or everybody in your life is a fornicator. You don't know anybody that is actually anti, sexual worship. They don't worship sex like that. They don't go out on dates like that where they just are practicing casual sex and not caring about it. So when you meet somebody that is not like that, they seem to be unhappy or isolated from everybody else. And you go to thinking in your head that they're isolated from everybody else because they don't want to admit that they have these sexual urges that they can't control or something like that. I got news for you. I've made the decision to isolate myself from the fornicator and the adulterer. And I'm very happy that I do. It keeps me away from it. And I'm also glad that I choose to not be involved in a world that's, sexually, what's the word? I'm not involved in a world that's sexually out of control. That's, casual about sex. I'm anti with that. I stay out of that world. I don't go out to places that make fun of sex. Like, I don't go, you won't see me at the disco dancing to a sexual healing song. I'm not gonna go to disco and dance to some old George Benson songs. You won't see me there. You won't see me at Hooters. Okay? Unless I'm preaching the gospel. Okay? You won't see me there. Okay? You know what I mean? I'm not that kind of a guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't like anything that messes with this part between my legs. Okay? Nothing should, I'm not married, so why should I be getting any little tinkling down there or anything? Okay? Like, I don't want nothing that gives me butterflies, sexual butterflies in my stomach. That's why you won't see me at no strip club or nothing like that. Okay? I stay out of that world. And you know what staying out of that world helps me do? It helps me stay away from people that would attack me, that would try to do me harm. Because all those people are also in those places. People that would do other people harm. People that abuse women also go to the dance club. They go to the strip club. People that push other people around and pick random fights with people. They go to bars and clubs and you know what I'm saying, gambling joints. You know what I'm saying. They go to these places. Okay, because why? It's all sin, and it's all the aftermath of sin. There is no nightclubs in the kingdom of heaven. There are no strip clubs or strippers or casual, sex workers or any of that kind of stuff in the kingdom of heaven. There is nobody exploiting their sexuality in the kingdom of heaven. Everybody is covered up wearing garments that show their virginity and their purity, even if it's secondary virginity. Okay? They're showing the colors of their virginity, and they want to show themselves available for purity. I'm going to get out of here. I got to go to work. D-Word Crucial Life Applications Officer. Thank you for watching. I can't believe I had this amount of time to do this video. I thought it'd be shorter. But I guess this is status quo number 5, I believe. If not, you know what it is. So, look, I'm just trying to show you the big picture, so you can look at the world around you and say, you know what, he got a point there. We're living in we're really living in a hole of corruption. We're not living in freedom. We're living in, you know what I'm saying? We're living in a maze. And this maze, we're the only ones that need to find our way around, but those above us and those that are running the maze, they have no problem knowing where we're at or how to get around the maze. They know the key to getting around to the end of the maze. But here we are in this maze, okay? And we're wasting time, and we're never getting to the end. Because we're sleeping, because we don't know how to get around, so we just sleep on it. But I'm preaching to them that are asleep that they might be awake. You can sit there and hate on me and yell at me and call me all kinds of names because I got so many videos to talk about atheism, and I'm hard on black people, and I'm hard on Democrats, and I'm hard on all these things. But look at the big picture. And once you understand the big picture, then you will understand politics better. Then you will understand, atheism better, Christians better. You will understand, you'll understand all these different things. You'll understand better once you understand the big picture. But you think this world this world is either made for you or against you. There is no, okay. I mean, when did you conquer? When did you conquer America? Who conquered America and brought us up to this point? Where did we survive anything? I mean, did we really survive anything by Barack Obama signing the bill for gay marriage? Did we really survive anything through that? Why is there still war on gays, or war of gays on straights, or gays on non-gays, or whatever? Why is there all this war going on if we have been, what I'm saying? Why are black people still crying about slavery if we beat slavery? Why you keep going back there? Because you never won squat. God did. It was God that freed the slaves. It was God that put it in the mind of a white man to put away his racism. The white race, so to speak, didn't do it. They went to war and they said some things, but who really did it? The credit really belongs to Almighty God, as we still live on a planet that He will one day destroy. It is God that delivered you and brought you to this point. For anything left that's good at all, it's Him that brought you to this point on a planet that He said in His Word He will destroy and rebuild. So, think about the life that you live. Do you want to be stuck in this rut forever? Okay? Dear Recruit Your Life Applications Officer, God bless you. Thanks for watching. More to come, because I'm having fun with this. And I'll see you either tomorrow night, or I will see you Sunday night, or I will see you Monday night. Somewhere between tomorrow and Sunday, I'll be doing another one. I promise. God bless you. Have a great afternoon.